Hey everybody, it's
Juan LaFonta.
Hey everybody, it's Juan LaFonta. Juan LaFonta. Okay.
Juan LaFonta.
I'm restarting that. Hey everybody, it's Sprinkles.
And I'm Manic.
Welcome back to Sprinkles and Manic.
We're joined today by
Juan LaFonta. I'm really honored to be here.
Yeah, I can tell.
He's
Juan LaFonta, as I said.
He's doing.
Anyway, we're gonna hear what happened after they found the body. Shoot, now I'm coughing because I got
LaFonta.
Kelsey died. That's what happened after they found the body.
There was a second body.
After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth?
Who knows? He probably realized she did it too.
Because they're boyfriends.
True.
But wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that?
Edgeworth.
They're boyfriends! Ah, cute!
Facts. Facts.
I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
Oh.
That's not right. The script was found in the studio.
Unless
Studio
it was
One.
a different script. I don't know. Wait, maybe we'll address it.
No, it was the script. It was the script that she told Salmonella to get.
Yeah.
I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Grab it and twist it.
What?
The old twist.
Oh, no, not that. Not that. Of all the running
censored
jokes
myself.
of all the running jokes from Jeff's chat to make it into... Right! After finding the body.
Wait, do we have anything with the... I want to look at the... We don't have the script with us, though, huh?
No, I don't think so.
Dang it! Because that was... Ah! Ah!
Well, we can
Sad
try
face.
pressing her first, and maybe we can...
Right.
The cue.
Hold it! What time was that?
We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal. So, I'd say it was then.
When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio?
About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Always press harder.
Where were the other employees when you got to the studio?
They weren't there yet.
Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help.
Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy.
Boy!
The witness will continue her testimony.
Hold it! Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct?
So he says.
Did no one go to call him?
Remember.
Remember what?
There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm?
You certainly seem calm enough when I accuse you of murder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around?
The other way around?
You discovered a murdered body, and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person?
I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his Steel Samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing.
Poor Powers.
Well, I suppose that explains that. Well, very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue.
Hold it! What was everyone else doing at that time?
No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Silence. Hey, Nick! Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. Oh.
Hold it! Old bag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it?
She said because she saw him go towards the studio.
Right, the Steel Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word?
Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard this all after the fact.
That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera.
She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer.
I don't think there's anything in there I can use. Hold it! You asked to be left out.
Yes. Seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing.
But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question.
Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved, thus they covered for us.
Covered for you, or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. Hold it!
This... Call...
The scripts
Call
and your
her
direction
out!
notes.
Yes, they're quite valuable. I wouldn't do to have them stolen.
No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes?
Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything.
Why?
There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that?
Oh yeah, I guess.
Very well. Ms. Vasquez, please continue.
Objection! Your Honor! I have an objection to the witness's last statement.
Huh?
Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1.
Order. Mr. Edgeworth, excuse me. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I'll stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation?
I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me.
So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well. The witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. Okay.
Hold it! How did you know about the injury?
How did I know? Sal. He told me.
Sal, the director.
You have to find something to peg this on her here, or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him! Okay.
Okay, so we've pressed everything.
Okay, what do we have to present? What haven't we used?
The badge.
Anything we haven't used yet?
No, I think we've used everything.
Yeah, so something, I guess, presumably is coming back around, but...
I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady was pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script. And Hammer was injured and couldn't do it.
Tricky. Very tricky. Pull up the evidence log again. Sometimes it can be useful to read the descriptions for each of them. I don't know if that'll offer anything, but sometimes it does.
Thinking. The murder weapon guide map to Global Studios. So we knew about Hammer's injury here.
Right. And Sal was at the practice
Yes.
earlier, so he did see Hammer get injured.
Yeah.
So it's not unfeasible for her to have been told by him. But
I went back to the trailer. Wait. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady. So, what are we looking for? We're looking for what proves that she did it, right?
well,
I mean,
at this
just as a
point, we
little
just
tip.
kind of need anything we can get. So, like, any little lie or slip up at all.
Okay. I went back to the trailer.
So this is in theory somewhat important here, considering it was something we got by pressing.
Yeah, whenever you get a statement added, that's usually like a clue that it's important. It's just a matter of figuring out how to have it come to the forefront. How did you know about the injury?
How did I know? Sal, he told me.
Sal, the director. Yeah.
We have to find something to peg it on her. So that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, read
Right,
the last
we're looking for
statement
something-
again.
Did you say press it again?
No,
Or
read
go
it
to
again.
it? Oh, okay.
Go to it again?
Yeah, at least go to it.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my
What?
god! Oh
What?
my god! It's so obvious and I completely missed it!
it.
Oh my
Honestly.
god!
When you gotta
Oh
find
my god! I'm so obvious and I missed it! because my brain was just doing the thing where I was filling it in with what I knew already. You know?
Again,
Good
read the statement
okay.
again.
Kelsey, go to the statement. Read it one word at a time.
I knew that Hammer was injured and
Stop.
couldn't do...
Say that again.
I knew that Hammer was injured.
She knew that Hammer was injured. Who's Hammer?
The one that died.
Why was he injured?
Because he hurt himself in an action scene.
Did he? Did Hammer, the person who was killed,
No.
hurt himself in the action scene?
Powers did.
Yeah.
It's also been a while, just
Oh,
so you
no, I
know,
mean,
audience.
I didn't get it until like a second ago either, because my brain was just like, yeah.
Okay, so how do we...
I mean, why would she think Hammer was injured then? What evidence
Because of
could we
Old Bag.
use?
Because of Old Bag?
Or because of the picture?
I mean, the picture definitely shows limping, and we know that it was Hammer
So the
limping.
picture...
Right.
We know
so,
it was Hammer limping, but he was in the Steel Samurai costume.
Right. So she saw, presumably, that would mean she saw Hammer limping at some point, right? If she thought he was injured.
So would I be able to present that one? That's our only proof of limping.
I would think so,
Good to
yeah.
go.
Okay. Yes!
You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers.
What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Pretending.
One person was injured in the run-through that morning.
Look at Old Bag in the back. I
I
never
know.
noticed. She's like, oh, Pog.
She's fangirling real hard back there. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured?
I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong.
I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Ms. Vasquez. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Ah!
And when was he doing this?
Well, it would have had to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered.
Exactly. Ms. Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning.
Order? Order? I will have order.
Witness! Can you refute this claim?
Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez.
Very well. I have a question for you.
Why are the real killers always so persistent?
Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, he would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? There is a reason. It is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? So what I'm confused about is why did Hammer go and pretend to be the Steel Samurai?
We do not currently know that. That is one of the big mysteries that remains for this case. So that's worth considering. Why would he be pretending to be someone else?
To protect Will?
To protect Will. How would pretending... Well, so we also know someone put sleeping pills... Oh, no, we know. Hammer put sleeping pills in Will Power's food and then took his costume.
Uh-huh.
So he knocked him out and then stole his costume and pretended to be him.
Of course I can prove it, but I don't know how!
Okay, I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder.
It's Mr. Monkey's head.
It's the T-bone steak.
She fought him for a long
You know,
I
one
assume-
time, Mr. Hammer just
assume
cooked her a
this-
really bad steak. This is my proof.
This is the photo from before?
This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom.
His guilt weighed him down, no doubt.
However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change.
Bringing us to the present day, Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate.
Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me, and I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. We've got to have evidence. I assume.
You would think we have to, yeah.
I don't like how you said that.
Well, I mean, I always try to not take any, not give you anything straight out. So
I know,
even if
but-
it's
Yeah, we have to
like-
reveal
but
evidence.
generally speaking,
Or do
you know.
we?
Okay. Allow me to present to the court evidence proving Miss Vasquez's motive. Yet again.
Take two. Now it's the T-bone steak.
Dean, stop giving it away! It's supposed to let Kelsey figure it out. Gosh. So, I actually think your question from before is pretty key here. When does a person want to disguise?
When they want to pretend to be someone else.
Why would you want someone to not realize that it was you?
Because he wanted the glory for himself.
What glory?
Of acting as the Steel Samurai.
Well, he wasn't going to a rehearsal when he went there.
Where was he going?
He was just going to the studio where he knew they were all having a meeting.
Was he gonna try to kill people?
It's an interesting thought.
Yeah, why the frick was he going there? I don't know.
As far as we
Aside
know,
from-
he had no reason that he needed to be there. He went of his own accord. And he went disguised as someone else. Almost
Maybe
like...
it is over Mr. Monkey.
Dude, it's all Mr. Monkey's fault when you think about it.
My thought was that she was trying to kill Mr. Powers.
Oh, that she didn't mean to kill him?
Yeah.
Hmm.
That
Why
was
would
my
she-
thought, like, the whole time.
Okay,
But-
interesting. Why would she want to kill Mr. Powers?
I don't know.
I think, so this question we've hinged on of motives is interesting, and what the judge just said about how it seems like the only person who had any motive here was
Was
Mr. Hammer. I would just...
But what was hers?
Well, I think you gotta kind of run through some hypotheticals here on what we think happened. So
Okay.
let's say, are we assuming then that Mr. Hammer had motive then? That he
Yes.
that he was the one who wanted to kill her?
Are we assuming that?
Are we?
Let's do it as a thought experiment. So let's say he does, right? He disguises his will powers to go do it, so that,
Yeah.
you know, any potential witnesses who see it will think that Will is to blame.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so he won't be the one who's incriminated in the process. Can easily be pinned on someone else.
Right.
He shows up where he knows she is, this person who's been essentially blackmailing him, although
Yes.
really she's just like charging him free labor, basically.
Yeah.
And we know that he died from that fence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what could have happened?
He went to attack. It missed, so the spear broke.
Mm-hmm.
And she pushed him into the fence.
Sounds plausible.
But then what would prove that?
Oh, what would prove that indeed? I mean,
Him in the costume?
That's a thought, or maybe the photo.
We just presented that.
Oh,
though.
we did just present the photo, yeah, so probably not that. Him in the costume is worth a shot. Try picking something and see. We'll see.
I'm leaning between this and this.
Yeah. Oh,
go with
this is my proof.
Oh, the music cut.
Oh,
Is that
Well-
a good thing?
I don't know if it is this time. His dialogue isn't encouraging, but...
And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer. I'd say all it proves is that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles. Mr. Wright, tell the court requests that you find your marbles immediately, and I'm afraid I'm going to have to penalize you for the waste of the court's time. Nick, we're so close. Think this one through, please. Mr. Wright, I'll ask you again. Please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go again.
So, I mean, Dean, do you remember what the thing is here?
I do, yes.
You do? Okay. Is it... Because I'm almost thinking...
Here, I'll deafen so you guys can
Okay,
talk.
you're gonna deafen?
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
We've talked it out, so it is what I thought. And you're close. You're close. So that scenario that we talked through before,
Yeah.
right? In that hypothetical, if he's showing up to kill her, right?
Yeah.
And she just kind of shoves him off of her,
Uh-huh.
would you say that she had a motive?
Oh, crap. It was the other answer!
It was, yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, how do I get out of this?
You
You
can't, you
present
just have to pick
something.
something. You
Oh my
present
God.
Mr. Monkey's head, that's what you do.
Do it.
The T-bone steak.
The T-bone steak! This is
the
my
same dialogue.
proof. Yeah, it is.
I know. I'm really bad at this game, okay?
No, it's a tricky one. It's very counterintuitive, because generally speaking, you always have to say, like, yes, of course there's evidence and all that. Yeah. She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense.
What's that now?
It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez.
What?
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 Oh.
Your Honor! Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Ooh.
She says no more smoking.
So, you did do it, didn't you?
Yes. I am guilty. It was me.
Someone call an ambulance! There's blood everywhere! We're too late! Ah, Miss Vasquez! What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. That's you.
Oh, Manuel! Manuel!
Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm.
No! No! How could this?
It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene.
No! No, Manuel! Manuel!
Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez.
Ah! Please, please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever.
I see. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
it appears you have brought about yet another miracle.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle.
Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant to Mr. Will Powers.
Not
Guilty.
guilty!
Dab, 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 dab.
Yay!
Yay! That is all. This court is adjourned.
Alright.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Ms. Vasquez. But to think that he tried to frame me for the murder makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
Show him some evidence. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... It's because you were the Steel Samurai.
Because it was the Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once. But he was reduced to acting in a kids' show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai. And so he hated you.
I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I. So am I.
Congratulations, WP.
Oh! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume, Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Ah! Nick, Edgeworth. Making out.
Oh my god. He looks so grumpy here.
Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk.
Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth.
You don't waste any time gloating, do you?
No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away with it if you hadn't stepped in.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers.
Liar.
Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years.
Meet again?
However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings.
Gay! Gay!
Gay!
Unnecessary feelings?
Yes, unease and uncertainty.
It's the gay panic. Aren't those kind of necessary?
They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you.
Oof.
Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if? They're rivals, right, Nick?
For now, we are, I guess.
Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
Oh, nothing. And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kid shows again.
Bum, bum, bum.
My favorite show!
Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're going to watch with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant.
Fine, I'll do it.
Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.
I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Will Powers, the pink princess.
Oh, his best
The
role.
end.
Yay! We did it!
Case 3 done and complete. Ooh.
Oh.
A brand new episode has been added.
Oh.
Dang.
On the next episode, we will start Turnabout Goodbyes.
It's one of my favorite cases in the series,
Oh,
so
we
get
the
high!
good cases.
Oh, yes.
We'll
This
see you
was
then.
all-
Okay.